Welcome to my channel, Urban Queen TV. I'm Urban Queen. On this channel, we'll be doing emergency preparedness, food preservation, and DIYs, and so much more. Today, I'm doing boneless. I'm canning boneless chicken cutlets. We're going to be doing it raw pack, what they call ugly chicken, but I call it pretty chicken because it looks pretty on my shelf. So let's get to it. Today I'm going to be using the Bull Book for Complete Book of Whole Preserving. The recipe is on $3.98. I'm going to be doing raw pack, and I'm going to be doing it for 75 minutes. It says for boneless, 75 minutes process. If I had quarts, it would be for 90 minutes. So let's get to it. I already cut up some of the chicken cutlets. I just left one left so I can show you what I'm doing. I'm just cutting them up to they recommend an inch. So about an inch. So we're going to be cutting it up an inch in size. Nothing fancy. We're just cutting it up. I'll leave that. That's how everybody's doing. I hope everybody's preparing. As you see what's going on. As the scripture says, wars and rumors of wars. So we got to start preparing just in case we have to hunker down and we can't go anywhere. So we won't be on them people lines, right? So just cutting off some of this little fat here. They have fat on it. But you want some of the fat because the fat is good for the seasoning. I have here 7 to 10 pounds. It says 7 to 10 pounds. I bought this. I usually buy my poultry from the butcher, but this one came from the supermarket. You don't have to have a farm or a big old dairy farm to prep. You could prep right in your house. Go to the supermarket if you can afford it. Every time you go shopping for your regular groceries, add a can of this, a can of that, an extra piece of meat here, an extra piece of meat there. And try to start canning that way. And to God willing, He provides you what you need and what you're asking for. So 1 inch is nothing big. It's 1 inch. This is raw, like I just told you. I'm not trying to keep you, trying to make the video not too long. I don't want to bore you. I know a lot of people like the emergency preparedness part. I'm going to get back to it, but this is a necessary step. As you see, tariffs and everything is up in the U.S. and food prices are escalating. So I'm doing my part for myself and my family. Okay, so I got that out the way. I'm going to go on to the other side because my kitchen is kind of small, so I'm going to pause you and we'll go to the jars. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I don't know how many jars I'm going to make, but I have 2, 4, 6. I have 7 jars. I have my 5% distilled vinegar. I have all my utensils here. All my utensils. So we're going to start. Let me move this. My phone needs to be on the charger. Okay. this in already. Okay, let's get to work. I'm going to be putting my seasoning in. It's easier that way for me. I'll be putting in 1 tablespoon of adobo. Let me use this. I'm going to do about 4 of them, and then I'll come back to you when I finish all the jars. So how is everybody doing? Hope everybody's well, as I stated. Those who, excuse the noise, I'm an urban urban fella, hence urban queen. Because yes, I feel I'm a queen. And you're my royal family. Be right back when I do the rest of them. Matter of fact, it's only a few. Let me get it for you. So I'll give you, it's real quick. I'm only putting a little bit of seasoning in this because I'm going to be using this chicken for like chicken salad, chicken soup. I possibly could be using it in a tossed salad. No, but primarily it's going to be for my chicken salad. Let me move this. And my chicken soup. See you? I'm going to be putting a few chicken cutlets. It says to put it 1/4 to 1 inch headspace. And loosely pack it, don't. Because you want the steaming. You want it to go through properly. Get a proper steaming temperature to go through to can this poultry. Okay. I'll be right back when I get the rest of them done, right? My hands is clean, and for those who squeamish, feel free to use gloves, but I have my bleach and my cleanser on standby. Be right back. I'm back. Well, I ended up having 6 pint jars. 6 pint jars. The seasoning that I put in that 7th jar, I just distributed it throughout this 6. I'm adding a little bit of water because it's going to make its own water. As usual, as I tell you, I like to have a lot of the water to try to cover. I don't want it's going to make its own juice, but I want it to try to cover it. It may or may not do it, but it'll be already covered. So now I'm going to be debubbling because I add the water, and plus we debubble. I'm going to be using my 23-quart Presto pressure canner. Where? Uh-oh. Hold on. I'll be right back. I forgot to get my lids. I'm back. Got my canner jar lids. Everybody, I'm going to be using DollarTree. Yes, DollarTree cannon lids. Cannon snap lids. And I have one ball lid. Yes, this is DollarTree lids. As I said, we're here to preserve and not to go broke trying to do it. I've used these before and all of them sealed. So I rinsed them off. Okay. I had the water, I had the seasoning. We're gonna clean the rims because it's chicken and it has oil, and I don't want any seasoning to go stop my jars from sealing. As I stated, it's important to wipe your rings because it won't seal if it's just a grain of anything or a smear of oil or anything it will not seal. $5 one ball. Here's my bands. I like to hold it down. Finger tight. We don't crank down because the air needs to release out of the jars. Otherwise it's going to buckle and it won't seal. Oh, this don't feel right. Okay, better. Be right back when I got these jars in the pot. We got one last jar to put in. This one with the DollarTree lid. That you see. Six. Get you over there. Okay, 6 jars. Regular mouth, raw pack, chicken breast, what they would call ugly chicken, but as I said, it's pretty chicken to me because it'll be good. It looks good on my shelf in my pantry. Okay, let me put this down and put my lid on and turn on my fire. We're going to be doing for 90 minutes. Okay. Okay, we're going to look through. I'm going to be looking through. I've looked through. I've looked through everything. I've tested everything out. My lid lock, my pressure valve, My vent, I can see through it. Yeah, I can see through it, no obstructions. Okay, it has an arrow. Sometimes it has an arrow right here. You're supposed to line up the arrow. There's an arrow right here, and they're supposed to line up. It's supposed to make it easier. And you hear the swoosh when you know the gasket is tight. Okay, I'm gonna turn on the fire. Put it to a medium high. I'm gonna be letting this pressure go up. Once the pressure go up, I'm gonna look for a steady stream of steam to come out this vent. Once it's a steady stream of steam, it's like a train, you know, hard pressure of steam coming out. I'm going to just set my timer for 10 minutes. By that time, this valve, this lid lock should be up or going up at that time. I'm going to be using my weight. This is 10 pounds. Okay, it's 10 pounds. This is 5. This is the handle. This is another 5. That's 10. It has another one of these circles would make it 15. But at my altitude, I'm under 1,000 feet sea level. My altitude, I need 10. A 10-pound weight. You know what? I didn't put my vinegar, but I noticed that even though I don't put vinegar, my jars don't get cloudy, so I'm not worrying about it. I'm not going to worry about it. So, be right back when the steam is coming out. Hi. My canner is starting to come up to pressure. I wanted you to see this is becoming a steady stream of steam, but it's not yet. Once it continuously come up harder than that, then I'll stop my timer. Because it's still spitting out. It's still got air in there. It's still, you see the water spitting out. I wanted to ask, what are y'all doing to prepare yourself for an emergency? Will you put it in the comment section? This is an emergency preparedness channel. We do food preservation. We show DIYs. We prepare. We show preps. Things that we can use for an emergency. Like, share, subscribe to Urban Queen TV 3034. Tell a friend to tell a friend what we're doing here. Okay. It's getting ready to come up. See the bubbling? Be right back. Okay, my lid lock is rocking. It's about to come up. At the same time, you're going to start seeing my pressure rise. And then I'm going to time it for 10 minutes to vent, to push out all the extra air out of the canner, so it could get to its proper steaming pressure and temperature. This is, you don't rush the process, you don't bother anything. As you see, lid lock came up, so now my canner is locked. It cannot open. And it's what it's going to start, as you can hear, my canner pressure is starting to rise. As you see, it's becoming more forceful. See? Now, I'm going to time my canner for 10 minutes to vent. And I'll see you when 10 minutes is up. Okay, my 10-minute timer has went off. I'm going to put my weight on it. Now once it starts to rock, I will start my timer for 75 minutes. That's 115 minutes. If it was quartz, it would be 90 minutes. 130 minutes. So, as soon as it starts, it's not going to take long. And be right back when it starts rocking. My timer, my weight is rocking. This is I didn't tell you this is a dial gauge, but I'm not going to be concentrating on the dial because I'm using the weight. This has a regulator. I'm not using a regulator because it's 15 pounds. And I want the precise weight. So now it's a little past 11, which is fine. I'm going to put my timer now for 115 minutes, 75 minutes, according to the ball book. Okay. Turn it down just a little bit. And I'll be back when the process is over. My timer is going off, so I'm going to turn off the fire, stop my timer. I'm not going to move this pot at all. There's extremely high pressure in there right now. I'm going to wait for this lid lock to go down. Once the lid lock go down, then I can remove my weight, not before. And then I'm going to wait a couple of minutes before I open it. I don't want any siphoning of that sort. So once the lid lock goes down, I'm going to remove that. So I'll see you when that process is done. Okay, my lid lock went down. I'm going to remove my weight. As you can see, there's no steam coming out, but I'm still going to wait at least 2 to 5 minutes just to make sure that everything is going to be okay with the siphoning. Okay. Okay. I've waited 5 minutes. I'm about to let it open up my camera. You're going to turn it away from you. You don't want no facial because it's still a very hot steam. You don't want to get scalded. So you have to be careful and be quick with it. I see, I let some out. So now, my next move is to take it to the sink. Smells good. And want to have a look? Let you see. Sorry about that. No siphoning whatsoever. Isn't that great? Okay. Let me put you down. No dizziness, right? Gonna move you over here. So you can see my glove. I want to thank you for spending time with me with canned skinless chicken breast, raw pack, pint jars. Tell a friend of what we do over here on Urban Queen TV. Urban Queen 3034. We have emergency preparedness, food prepper, preservation, survival, self-sustainability. Until next time, I bid you shalom. Heard it click? That's a beautiful sound. That's a beautiful sound. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Shalom.